Hey guys, welcome to the first RF crypto video. We are a new channel we just launched, and we're here to bring you the best news in crypto, the best news relating to everything crypto, from all the major coins to your gaming tokens to your metaverse projects, and the financial markets in general. We'll talk about everything crypto, and we'll talk about everything that affects crypto. So let's look at the market today. The market cap is at $2.29 trillion, which is a almost 2% decrease from yesterday. Yeah, so let's look at the market in general. So today the crypto market standing at a market cap of 2.9 trillion, which is a 2% decrease from yesterday. Quite a bit of money has flowed out of the crypto market just because we're living in uncertain and riskier times. People generally, when things are uncertain, people take out money from riskier assets, which crypto are, into safer assets like stocks and bonds. So in this case, the markets fell by almost 2% just because fears of the new Omicron virus, new COVID-19 restrictions in Europe, and just the fear of tapering in the USA. You can see here that Bitcoin has gone down to 49,000. It was 48,000 earlier on. I think it was actually 47,000 at one point, and decreased by almost 1% compared to yesterday, and almost 14% compared to last week. A couple of weeks ago, we were celebrating the fact that Bitcoin's market cap was over $1 trillion, and now it's fallen below that $1 trillion just because the price has gone down so much. It was 69,000, now it's 49,000. So that's a $20,000 decrease for almost 19 million coins. So you do the maths. Ethereum also suffered, but much less than Bitcoin, 9% compared to the 13%, mainly because of upcoming upgrades to the Ethereum system has put a bit more faith in Ethereum. But in the last 24 hours, it lost more steam than Bitcoin just because the scalability project, so Ethereum 2.0, has been further delayed to July 2022. So these delays are causing, a mixed bag between people who have a lot of faith in Ethereum and people who are giving up on Ethereum and moving to faster and cheaper platforms like Solana and Cardano. Looking down, Solana has gone down for almost 5% yesterday. I mean, compared to today, just because people are having trouble with the Solana network. It's congested, and transaction fees are getting a bit higher, and transaction times are getting a bit longer. So Solana was seen as a replacement for Ethereum in terms of smart contracts and just in general a cheaper, faster alternative to Ethereum. But these looming problems have caused it for the price of it to go down, and it's gone down almost 25% since last week. There is a common trajectory from the top 10, except for Luna, which has gone up almost 6% from last week. And that might have to do with the fact that they're onboarding new partners. A lot more companies, a lot more established companies are going to Terra ecosystem, and that put more confidence in Luna and shot its price up. Dogecoin, which I don't believe is a real coin, down 18%. Shiba Inu down 18%. So you see, when one moves, the other moves. Yeah, I mean, the markets have gone down in general compared to last week. It is a common trend. Let's look at the Bitcoin charts. Bitcoin was roughly trading between 56 and 60,000 for the majority of 2 weeks. Get this out of here. And then it crashed down to 42,000 when the leverage was wrecked from the market. And now it's trading on a band between 51,000 and 46,000. And compared to yesterday, it's looking healthy, green candles, but we'll see in the next few days, especially with this new variant going around, how Bitcoin is going to perform. So moving on to the news, this article by Benzinga says that Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin slide, analysts suggest other factors contributing to crypto carnage besides Evergrande woes. So yeah, I mean, major coins dived into the red Thursday evening as the global cryptocurrency market cap decreased by 5.63% to 2.26 trillion. So on Thursday evening, as we saw before, the whole crypto market was down, by about 4 to 5%. It's gone up a little bit from this article when this article was done. Why does this matter? Why did the price of Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies go down? While some analysts say that this has been priced in, it will have an impact when it happens. The China Evergrande group, which is one of the biggest real estate groups in China, defaulted on more than $1.2 billion worth of bonds. And that's not good news. I mean, if this is a globalized world, right? So remember what happened in 2007 and 2008 when all these developers started defaulting and people couldn't pay back their loans. The crisis happened. China is now the top two big players in the world, and if USA or China sneezes at this point, the whole world catches a cold. China's Evergrande group defaulting is not a good sign because it's a precedent that if such a big developer in China is going bankrupt or is on the brink of going bankrupt, then it means that the real estate market in China is not healthy. If that happens, it also means that other developers are at risk. And because China's financial tentacles span the entire world, it will have repercussions. I mean, if they go bankrupt, but I don't believe that it's going to go bankrupt because China has said that they're going to pump over $150 billion. So that means they're going to print $150 billion worth of yuan into their markets in order to stimulate the economy. So there are some people on Twitter saying that I really can't believe Bitcoin is dipping because of Evergrande. This literally is the reason we have Bitcoin. This was David Gokhstein on. This was last month when it was announced that Evergrande might default on its debt, but at that point it didn't. This is quite paradoxical because usually Bitcoin is seen as a safe haven from the traditional financial markets, but we know that cryptocurrency is. Oh, what happened with this page? It just Oh, okay. Cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin is usually seen as a safe haven. The reality is that it is a safe haven to an extent because it's still tied to the traditional financial markets. And who controls the market? It's whales. When whales such as hedge funds see that crypto is going down or there's a risk of, like a global financial crisis happening, or just a global slowdown in general, what happens? They take their money from the riskier assets, which is crypto, into safer assets like bonds or even cash. And also when the stock market moves, crypto follows as well. This happened, I mean, when Evergrande defaulted, or when even last month when there was a risk of Evergrande defaulting, the stock market in general dipped and the crypto market followed, although with a more amplified effect. So Will Bilderberg says that it's funny to see that Bitcoin price tanking each time something frightens the traditional markets. Evergrande, US debt ceiling, Bitcoin should rise when Titans falls. But no. Yeah, I mean, going back to this, it's seen as a safe haven, but it's still connected to the financial market in general. And there is correlation, so you cannot just take that out. So here it says that the greenback continues to exhibit strength, which means that the dollar index is rising, dollar is getting a bit stronger, and it puts pressure on Bitcoin because when the dollar gets weaker, people move their money to Bitcoin as a store of value in order to preserve the value of their money. But when the dollar gets stronger, people remove money from crypto or Bitcoin, which is usually what most people invest in, and then they move it back to dollar because it got stronger. Also, there has been some electrical shortages in Kazakhstan where a lot of Bitcoin mining takes place. There has been selling pressures. People want to sell their Bitcoin just because of the negative effects of Bitcoin mining in these countries. But to be fair, it's a country that doesn't have significant electrical or energy infrastructure, and we are seeing a move to more renewable sources of energy for Bitcoin mining. So this is a short-term problem with medium-term repercussions, as we can see with the price decrease. So moving on, we see here that Bitcoin is under pressure. 2-year Treasury yield rises to 21-month high as a US inflation report looms. So I think this isn't really important. What I wanted to bring to everyone's attention here is, here it says, Bitcoin's vulnerability to rate rise concerns likely stems from its appeal as an evolving technology. Historically, the cryptocurrency has closely tracked movements in tech stocks, which are sensitive to monetary policy tightening. What does this mean? Look at this chart. This red line is your NASDAQ to S&P ratio. So if this chart goes up, the tech stocks are doing well because the tech stocks are outperforming the S&P. If the red line goes down, if the ratio of tech stocks to S&P goes down, then S&P is outperforming tech stocks. And we have seen a correlation. Wherever the red line moves, the price of Bitcoin moves as well. So why is there a correlation? It's just because there is some overlap of the investor base. People who invest in tech stocks are generally more, they want to invest in more innovative sectors of the economy like tech, which is basically changing the world. And they'll also want to invest in other innovative and new technologies or platforms that are coming into the market which have the potential to change the world. This is a good indicator of whether Bitcoin is going to perform well or poorly. Whenever tech stocks are performing well, we can see that Bitcoin also performs well, and also vice versa. And it's not usually tech stocks on their own when they're performing well. It's just tech stocks compared to the S&P 500. So if the tech stocks are outperforming the top 500 companies in the US, then we have reason to believe that Bitcoin follows that as well. It's just how the market moves. We also have a situation in Turkey, where in one quarter, Turkey lost more than 35% of its value compared to the dollar. When this happens, people look for safe havens. They look for something that is going to preserve their capital. So Turkish citizens facing high inflation and a plunging currency are shunning the example set by some foreign public companies that have adopted Bitcoin as a store of value asset. So the Turkish citizens, instead of using Bitcoin as a store of value, they're flocking to alternative cryptocurrencies like Shiba Inu. Could you imagine Shiba Inu, out of all things, that was considered as a meme coin? Now people are going into Shiba Inu because people see it as a safe haven. People see it as cheap because there are 1 quadrillion tokens. The price will be quite cheap, even if for it to reach $1, its market cap has to reach $1 quadrillion. So Shiba Inu started off as a meme coin, a Dogecoin killer with no real use case scenario. But now we're seeing that people are using it as a store of value, especially in Turkey. And based on this, the founders of Shiba Inu can incorporate some use into SHIB, such as Dogecoin did. So some companies now are accepting Dogecoin as a means of payment. So if I can recall correctly, AMC, which is a massive cinema chain in the US, is accepting Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, with plans of accepting Dogecoin in the future as payments for movie tickets. So Shiba Inu could follow in those steps, as we can see that a lot of people are flocking into it. There could be some use case built into it. And also USDT. A lot of Turkish people are buying USDT. So here in the highlighted section, it says that the Turkish lira crashed nearly 40% against the dollar after the central bank cut interest rates, even as inflation topped 20%, and the US Federal Reserve began tapering. Now, imagine in October, if you're a Turkish guy or a Turkish girl, imagine if you had taken all your money in the bank, all your Turkish lira, and you had converted it into USDT. Essentially, your lira, now converted to USDT, would be pegged to the dollar, right? So those people actually benefited, if that's the correct word, or didn't suffer the consequences of this depreciation, because now their lira transported into the USDT follows dollar. The value of their USDT remained the same, while those who kept lira, the value of their currency in lira was slashed by 40%. So if they had 100 lira in November before the crash, now they have the equivalent of 60 lira after the crash. So you can see that cryptocurrency is being used as a store of value, as a hedge against inflation, and also, it's being used as a method to protect the common citizens against depreciation, against erratic monetary and fiscal policies. Growing popularity of Tether and other cryptocurrencies that may draw regulatory ire. as increased capital flight through these non-banking channels could add to Lira's pain. So if there's less liquidity in the market in terms of Lira, because a lot of Lira is flocking out of the market and being transformed into cryptocurrencies, what this means is that the Turkish Reserve Bank won't like this because it's putting further pressure on its already depreciating currency. So this is a very important area to keep focus on, because if this keeps on going on, if more Turkish people or more Turkish citizens keep on adopting cryptocurrency, we may see increased regulations in Turkey relating to cryptocurrency. And it's not only in Turkey that people are looking at cryptocurrency. Retail investors in India and also in other developing countries are looking at Shiba Inu and other smaller coins. By smaller coins, they mean coins not necessarily with low market caps, but with a low price, which usually means a high number of coins in circulation, which is 1 quadrillion for Shiba. Shiba Inu has rallied almost 380% in dollar terms this quarter. People are looking at, or if I could say, people will be looking at Shiba not only as a store of value, but as a means of trading and making profits. So that's Turkey for you. Moving on, Binance is in talks with Indonesian heavyweights for crypto venture. So Indonesia is a country with over 200 million people, and it's a developing country where most of the population is unbanked. They don't have a bank account. And in countries like these, where banking fees are very high, or there are minimum requirements to open a bank account where most people don't fit that criteria, cryptocurrency will see, or has the potential to see, an explosion. And that's why Binance is talking with, let's look down here, with PT Bank Central Asia, which is BCA, which is controlled by the richest family in Indonesia, which are the Hartano family, headed by brothers Budi and Michael. And they're also talking to PT Telkom, which is Indonesia's largest telecom operator, on a possible venture for crypto trading in Indonesia. So there might be an affiliate which will form in Indonesia as a partnership between these two companies, Binance and BCA, and this is the company that's going to mainly do, the trading of crypto and everything crypto. And one interesting thing is that, so there is this company in Indonesia called Pintu, which is Indonesia's first fiat to crypto on and off ramp exchange, and they're registered and regulated by Indonesia's Commodity Futures Trading Regulatory Agency. It's a mouthful, but that's what it is. They are trading in Bybit. This is their tokenomics. They have 300 million PTU tokens, whereby 25.7% of them are going to be kept in treasury, earmarked for long-term growth initiatives. The fact that they got approval from the BAPPE BTI is a good sign, because they're usually very against crypto, and they're very, not against not the right word, but reluctant on accepting crypto companies registering in Indonesia. But Pintu made it, and it's important to keep an eye out for this, because it could be something. I believe it could be something. If Binance wanted to, they could have partnered with Pintu, and there's nothing to say that other big cryptocurrency exchanges wouldn't do it, because Pintu is already trading in Bybit, and they're already operating in as a mobile fiat to crypto exchange. So important to keep an eye on this. And it's on Bybit if anyone wants to purchase. Crypto industry and the crypto market develops in Indonesia, given that there are 273 million people, and most of them are unbanked. So yeah, let's see what happens. And with that, that's the video for today. Thank you for watching our first video. And if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. Please hit the subscribe button at the bottom. I will check you tomorrow. Invest wisely. Peace.